know. All right, guys, why don't y'all have a seat and we'll learn what Hosanna means, okay? Here, hop in. Good job.
I jumped.
You jumped. Good job. Welcome to our home, everybody. We are hanging out during the coronavirus quarantine. But normally, this is one of my favorite parts of the year, when the whole church starts to come out of Lent mode and we decorate for Palm Sunday. I love seeing all the flower guild come and make all the crosses out of palm and put them on the doors and come up with creative ways to make our altar in our church full of greenery. But since we can't gather and do that this year, I wanted to show y'all some ways that you could bring greenery into your own home to remind you of Palm Sunday. And I also wanted to talk a little bit about what does the word Hosanna mean. Palm Sunday, we're always thinking about that word Hosanna, and it shows up one time in the Old Testament scriptures. It comes in Psalm 118, which we read as part of our liturgy of the Psalm. And in that context, it meant save us, please. It was a cry out to God of please be with us and save us. But in Psalm 118, it's also followed by this phrase of blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And so eventually that cry of Hosanna went just from save us to salvation. Salvation is coming and it's here. It's a cry of hooray for salvation. Yes, a lot like that, Lucy. And so when you put your greenery up in your house, remember that it's something to celebrate, that God is here to help us. God's always here with us, saving us and helping us. So I'm going to show y'all some of the stuff that I put up in my house. I just found a bunch of greenery around the house and stuck it all up on my mantle in no particular order. And it's all things that reminded me of God's presence and God's help with us. So we put, let's see, we have these branches are actually from a tree that grows in our neighbor's yard, but the branches come all the way into our yard. And I cut down a few small pieces, and it reminds me that we, even though we're separated, we are still a community, and that God is with us in that. There's some palm. Lacey, wave your palm. Wave your palm. Yep. There's some palm like that on the church's steps of the big church and the little church if you want to pick some up, and you can put it on your door and a vase around your house. And I love having that because it's the teepee palm that the kids always wave at Palm Sunday, and it reminds me of those happy memories. We have a piece of aloe here that came in a farmer's market bag, and it reminds me of healing, like when we get a sunburn. And it also reminds me of being little and getting a sunburn, and when my mom or my dad would put aloe on me. It reminds me of those special connections and healing. There's some rosemary from our herb garden. It reminds us of home cooking, and also reminds us of healing again. And then probably my favorite one here is a pineapple. And the pineapple is a sign of welcome. And it reminds me that we're all welcome in God's kingdom. And so I love having it there. So guys, thank y'all for listening to our decorating for Palm Sunday time. And I hope that you can find some greenery around your house or your yard, or maybe on a walk with your family, or on the steps of the church. Hope y'all have a great one, and happy Palm Sunday. Bye.